Jeg heter Heine Johansen. Velkommen til Vinpodden. I samarbeid med Tysk vininformasjon lager vi en serie hvor vi tar for oss noen av de tyske vindruene. Hver uke snakker vi med en vinmaker som har et hjerte for sin drue. Denne gangen har turen kommet til Rheingau. Det skal handle om Riesling, og vi intervjuer Stefan Doktor fra Schloss Johannisberg. Welcome, Stefan.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So would you start just telling us a little bit about the winery? I know that it's a winery that has a very long history in Germany.
Yes, Schloss Johannisberg is indeed one of the oldest wineries in Germany. The oldest written document about winemaking is from year 817. So we celebrated 4 years ago 1200 years of winemaking on Schloss Johannisberg.
Wow. And where in Germany are you situated?
We are placed in the middle of Germany, bit in this western part, directly on the Rhine River. The distance between our vineyards and the Rhine River is about 1,000 meters.
And you're in Rheingau, and Rheingau is also a very historical area, except for you as well. It's been winemaking there for many years.
Exact. Rheingau is very well known for Riesling because we have very high concentration of one grape variety only, and there are not really a lot of wine growing areas in the world with such concentration and clear focus on one grape variety, and that makes Rheingau very interesting because people can accept exactly what is in the bottle if they read Rheingau of the bottle. That's in the world of wine, from my point of view, one of the most important things: purity, clarity, focus.
And just in the vicinity of your vineyard, then there is this wine school as well that has quite a strong reputation in the world.
Exactly. Very close to us is University Geisenheim for enologists, and as well a research institute. And this is a very big asset for us because we can collaborate very close, and we have connection to the new research issues which happens, and it's always work in our region with our grape variety, and it is very valuable for us. Our vineyard is the one and only vineyard we have, called Schloss Johannisberg, exactly like the winery, and is lying directly below the castle, and the size is 50 hectares. So with 50 hectare single vineyard, you have geological unit, which is, in my point of view, very important. When you are talking about one single vineyard, you need to have geological unit with clear transparency and profile of the wine which you can produce.
And would you tell us a little bit about the terroir of Schloss Johannisberg?
Very interesting thing. As a first, when we ask ourselves why is Schloss Johannisberg the oldest Riesling producer of the world, it's probably because the climate conditions are absolutely perfect for a Riesling. So the 50-degree northern latitude is running directly through our vineyards. That means we are lying very northern. We are one of the northernest wine growing area in the world. So the climate is pretty cool, mostly in the nights, because the temperature is falling down and are slowing down the vegetation, which is important for Riesling. Riesling needs time to develop all its aroma and flavor. So the climate is pretty cool, but the Rhine River brings a lot of heat and warm weather. We have on the Rheingau, but especially as well on Schloss Johannisberg, perfect sunny influence because all our vineyards are 100% southerly faced. So on one side of view, you have cold condition. On the other side, you have huge sun intensity, which is very important for wine, mostly for the aroma and for developing of the grapes. So it makes this place very unique and absolutely perfect for Riesling. On the other hand, look on the soil. Schloss Johannisberg is built by quartz called Taunus quartz, because we are one of the last hills of Taunus mountains. And the quartz is never so hot like slate, for example. But to compare with slate, quartz keeps heat and warm very long during the nighttime. This is something which is important to get our profile of the wine. And on the top of this quartz, we have a cover of fruity loam and loess, which provide the soil with humidity. And this is in these times when the climate is changing so quick and it's going so dry and we have less humidity, it's very important to get soil which can keep a moisture. And this is one of our assets what we have. And then is one more thing which probably very less people knows. Very close to Schloss Johannisberg, they were in the past lost a lot of iron. I don't know the right word in English, but you know what I mean. The people get iron in the Johannisberg, and when you look of our soil, thank you. When you look of our soil, when it's rainy, the whole soil is painted red. So there is a lot of iron dioxide in the soil, and as well something what makes the terroir from Schloss Johannisberg very unique.
And you specialize in Riesling?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Would you tell us a bit about what makes the Riesling grape special?
Okay, Riesling is grown on Schloss Johannisberg since 1720. So we celebrated last year 300 years of Riesling on Schloss Johannisberg. So it's a grape variety which is for us very, very important. What is the profile of Riesling? Riesling, it's a grape variety with a lot of phases. You can make Riesling bone dry, and you can make Riesling sweet until you die. You can drink Riesling very young, and you can drink Riesling which is 150 years old. One of the less wide variety which can make wine so long durable in a bottle. But the most important phase of Riesling is the freshness, because of high acidity. And this is something what partially in Germany the people were a long time afraid of because of very high acidity. But with the changing of the world climate and with getting warmer everywhere on the whole world, the alcohol level is rising up, the acidity level is falling down. And we keep wines with high acidity level and still low alcohol level. And if you ask me what makes Riesling very special, freshness, acidity, low alcohol, lot of aroma, lot of taste. We don't need to high volume of alcohol or muscle to make the wine enjoyable.
And having maybe in a world sense, not that big a vineyard, but in German sense, 50 hectares of Riesling is still quite big. And I know that you're having this system where you're doing different colors on the neck of the bottle to differentiate between the wines. Would you tell us a bit about that system?
Exactly. We are using our color system of the neck of the bottles since 1820. It was introduced by the former owner from Schloss Johannisberg, Prince Metternich. He got Johannisberg as a present in year 1816 and 1820. He introduced the new classification of system. In the past, when Metternich got Johannisberg, in the past it was a monastery, and the monks used very easy way how to sign the quality of the wines. They got like a first quality, second quality, and third quality. And Prince Metternich, he was a famous politician and a very clever businessman, and he knows as a third quality you can be successful in the world of business. That's why he decided to use seals, similar like seals for document of or for leather. And he just put the neck of the bottle into the seal and used the different colors of the seal to sign the different quality levels of the wine. So we have now 10 different quality steps or style of the wine, better to talk about style as a quality. And every one of this style of the wine with our taste profile has an own color. For example, quality entry in our most known wine, gelblack means yellow seal. And when you follow in the dry segment, we got 3 metallic color: bronze, silver, and gold. And then for the wine with residual sugar, we work with red colors, so red seal, green seal, pink seal, up to blue seal, which is very nicely.
I think one of the wines that are sold most in Norway is the gelblack. Pairing that with food, what kind of food would you pair the wine with?
Most easiest way how to matching wine and food is to know that wine with huge intensity needs food with taste intensity. So I will always choose a taste intensive food, which is, by the way, in Norway very often the case. And probably one of the success for our wines is that we are very cold region, and the Norwegian is cold country, and the food is based on this cool climate, and that's why it fit very good with this cool climate wine like a Riesling. What we really prefer in the world of Riesling is any kind of fish, any kind of white meat, poultry or veal works always very good. So long the wine is young and fresh. So in this way, any kind of vegetable or pasta dishes works always very well. And the question is, are you looking more for the harmony between wine and food, or are you looking much more of some contrast and to point out some things? For example, if you take typical Germany sauerkraut, you know what I mean probably, and you put during your cooking of this kraut a bit Riesling inside, and you have roasted fish like pike perch, for example, and make the combination with the Riesling, the matching is absolutely perfect, because you have the contrast with the fish which is roasted. You have some similar points between the sauerkraut with the Riesling inside and the acidity in the wine, and that makes the taste very, very enjoyable and complex in some way.
I know that you didn't have the chance to celebrate your 300th anniversary, but I know that there is some changes going on now in Johannesburg. Would you tell us a bit about that?
Exactly. Concrete for this 300 years anniversary, we decided to relaunch our label. For those people who knows our label, knows they are really traditional. They were based in year 1820 as well, so very old label, and it was a big issue to relaunch such historical label without make any significant changes in the style of the label, but to bring some modernity, some purity and clarity inside of this label. And I think we did a good job. And yes, everybody can look forward with the vintage 2020 to get Schloss Johannisberg Riesling with a new face.
Thank you very much for joining us today, Stefan Doktor of Schloss Johannisberg.
Very welcome. Thank you very much.
Av hvitvinsdruer så er det nok bare Chardonnay som kan konkurrere med Riesling. Og når vi skal snakke om Riesling, så drar vi jo rett til kilden. Og kilden for Tyskland sin del, det er Rheingau. Der har Schloss Johannisberg holdt til i 1000 år. De har plantet Riesling siden 1720 og er en av de mest klassiske eiendommene som finnes det. En av de tingene som gjør Schloss Johannisberg spesielt, det er jo denne her lakken på flasken som Stefan Doktor forklarte i intervjuet, men den forteller noen ting om kvaliteten til vin. For Riesling som drue sin del, så det en drue som alltid gir viner med høy syre. Det har et sitruspreg, ofte litt epler. Den kan ha noe preg av tropiske aromer, og spesielt aprikostoner vanlig når vinen har fått litt alder. Det kan gå over i petroleum. For denne vinen sin del så lukter den av sitrus, av gule blomster, av litt tropiske frukt, og når vi smaker på den så det denne deilige, høye syren som gjør Riesling til en matpartner uten like. En lang, syrlig smakskurve på vinen, og her det nok av konsentrasjon. Jeg gleder meg til å drikke dette sammen med litt kraftig kveiterett i kveld.